Hey film photographers, have you ever been in that situation where you're about to go out to some social event and you're like, I don't want to photograph this, but I'm gonna bring my film camera anyways and hang it around my neck so that I can display to other people that I'm a film photographer. That way, since I'm such a huge introvert and I'm terrible at starting conversations, I can rely on them coming up to me using the camera as the point to start the conversation. And then, if I hate this person and the conversation is terrible, I can go, oh, excuse me, I gotta keep taking pictures and walk away. And then pretend to take pictures until they've vanished completely. But then at the same time, you're kind of like, I wish I could sneak some booze in because after that last Kodak price hike and me being so cheap on everything except camera gear, I don't want to pay full price at the bar. What do? Like this duality of wanting cheap booze and showing off your film photography gear all at the same time is a long problem for film photographers. Goes back centuries from what I hear. But did you know that there is a solution to this problem? Behold, the Schnapps-o-Flex. So here we have the Schnapps-o-Flex side by side with my Yashica Mat 124G TLR. I'm guessing any casual non-film photographer watching this video sees these two side by side and they're like, yep, those are obviously both cameras. The kind of people who will watch a TV show set in the 1920s and there's a scene where all the press photographers are gathered around holding post-war 1956 speed graphics will be like, yep, that looks totally correct camera usage to me, are not gonna notice that something's off. But you, my true-hearted film photography friends, you must have noticed by now that something is off. See, this may come as a shock to you, but the Schnapps-o-Flex is not a camera, but a very cleverly designed flask. So finally our time has come where we no longer have to carry around an ornamental camera and a flask at the same time to achieve both of these desires in a social event. So if you're watching this at a later date and you've found yourself a Schnapps-o-Flex and don't have a manual to know how to use it, have no fear, I got your back. So the first thing you want to do with your newly acquired Schnapps-o-Flex is pop off the stopper and give the inside a good old soak and cleaning. Get some water in there, get some soap spill up, shake it real good. If you throw a brush, get a brush in there, empty it out, good to go. If you thought fungus was bad when it gets into your film cameras and all over the lenses, just you wait until you see what happens if you don't clean your Schnapps-o-Flex and get a bunch of fungus down in your old digestive system here. Now that your Schnapps-o-Flex is good and clean, it's ready to load. So I'm gonna go fill this up with some boring old water so we can determine how much capacity this has, because as I said, I don't have the manual. Be right back. Okay, Schnapps-o-Flex is at capacity. Let's see what we can fit into this bad boy. So about 13 jiggers of booze could fit into the old Schnapps-o-Flex. That's about 20 ounces of liquids for us Americans, or a little under 600 milliliters of alcohol for everyone else. So now that we know that we can possibly carry a lethal amount of alcohol in our Schnapps-o-Flex, it's time to go over how to load it properly. So rest assured that even though it says Schnapps-o-Flex, you don't have to only put schnapps into it. If you want to put brandy, rum, mead, wine, whatever, it'll fit in here and I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. And also, you don't need to use the entire 600 milliliter capacity. If you want to load a little short boy halfway in there just to get you good and schnockered without risking dying or anything, go ahead and fill it halfway. It's gonna work just the same. That said, for this loading demonstration, I'm gonna use a little bit of vodka here to show you how to load your Schnapps-o-Flex camera. So as we've seen before, step one is to remove the flash stopper. Now once your flash stopper looking apparatus is removed from the camera, you take your booze of choice, you open it, and then into the hole. See, this hole is bi-directional. It's how the booze goes in and how the booze comes out. So for loading it, you put the booze in the hole. Just take your time, let it fill. Good, 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 good. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Just like that. So then the final step is you take the flash stopper again and you just bloop it right back in there. And ta-da! You are ready to take some stunning shots tonight. So I guess the last thing to do is see how this works in an actual situation. Hi, I see you have a twin lens reflex camera. Not quite. It's a flash. You must be a street tog. A what? Have you ever heard of Vivian Meyer? She was a very famous street tog who used a TLR camera just like yours. Why do you keep using this word? I like the street tog with my MJU. Thanks, Schnapps-o-Flex.